Nothing else in this house is gonna leak.
Awesome. Good job.
Right. What were you here for?
Asbestos?
All right, asbestos. Don't step in that. Don't try this at home. This is going on rusty judgment.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back out here at the farmhouse, and I have started working on the plumbing again to wrap all the plumbing up. And wouldn't you know, it is 50 degrees in this house. I can't get the furnace to turn on. I checked, the battery light was on the thermostat upstairs. I put new batteries in, that didn't do it. I came down here and I checked all the wires. You can hear it like click, but it won't turn on. So I had to call a heating and cooling guy. So they're on their way out here now to find out what's wrong with the furnace. This was unexpected beginning of my day. Well, I'm out here at my in-laws, and what I'm doing out here is I'm stealing some tin. So this shed behind me got a brand new roof last year along with another big shed they've got. Well, when they did that, they had all the old tin saved because it was all like hail dinged up, so the insurance company put a new roofs on their buildings. And the dogs are coming to get me. And so my father-in-law, with the shed collapse out at the farmhouse, he told me that I could take whatever tin I need to re-tin the roof of that building. Hold on. All right, dogs are good now. This is Kona. Kona, that's our old yellow lab. We gave her to Uncle Eric, so she's his dog now. So she loves it down here. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So all this tin is maybe 10, 15 years old. It's super thick tin. It's a lot thicker than what you can get from Menards, which is where I buy my tin from. So it's a lot thicker tin. It's faded, but it's free. And so I'm loading up on my trailer all the tin that I need to re-tin the roof of that building. I believe I'll end up needing about 40 sheets. I think I've got about 6 on the trailer. So I had to start sorting through this. Well, and about an hour and a half later, all the tin is stacked up. Nice and neat, 2 piles with the lengths. That's all ready for my father-in-law and brother-in-law to put somewhere else. This is all of our tin for the shed at the farmhouse. Super cool. Oh, and they got a new loader today. New as in old with a blown motor. Well, and now we're up here at building number 2 that got a new roof on it last year. And we are going through the tin over here. So this has a ton of, like, all the tin off the roof of this building too. But what it also has, it has all the trim and all the vents and everything from both buildings that got redone. So I've got all my stuff here. So there's 2 vents. This is a ridge cap. And then these are gonna be corners that will trim the building with, like there. So I should have everything I need from my in-laws as far as tin goes. I'll have to buy fascia and soffit material for that building, but I mean, this will get us like super far into having that building redone. Well, got everything out here to the farmhouse safely. So this is all the tin and the trim and the vents for the roof of the shed. And then we had a delivery. We got all the trusses dropped off here. So semi showed up a little while ago and dropped brand new trusses for the building. Only problem is these are not correct. So I measured after, I thought they looked funny when you unloaded them, and I was correct. So these trusses have no overhangs on them. So they're supposed to have 2-foot overhangs on the ends, because that's what we wanted for the building. The building did not have overhangs originally, but we wanted it to have overhangs if we're putting a new roof on. So Menards made a mistake, not me, and those trusses are incorrect. So they ordered new trusses. Now we gotta sit and wait for new trusses to show up. Also, there's a super low plane flying over, kind of loud. We've got this yard here, and all of this is grass in front of the shed over here. And we got grass in front of the garage. And then all this over here is grass. So what we're gonna do, because this is gonna end up being a horse property, is we're gonna pull all of this black dirt and everything over to here. We're gonna make a line from there to here. This will all become driveway. We're gonna shave all this down, get rid of the black dirt here so that we have driveway up to the garage, not grass. And then we're gonna shave all this off here. We're gonna make a line from here to that building, and this will all be driveway. And then we're gonna widen it over there because the driveway up in there is actually a little high. And so the water can't kind of like run across the driveway. It kind of runs around and goes that way. So we're gonna bring that up a little bit over there too. Shave all this down, and then we're gonna build this section around the building up over here up, because we want, like, so everything slopes this way, but with that building, that's at ground level here, and then you can see here we're actually a couple feet up off the ground. So by bringing all this dirt around here, we're gonna reshape the yard that way so that it all flows better and then looks good. We're gonna get rid of those trees growing up around the perimeter, get it all shaped up looking nice. But first I need to move this dumpster and the trusses, and then we're gonna start, well, basically making a mess, pretty much. It's gonna be fun, and when it's all done, it's gonna be lovely. But for now, it's gonna be a great big mess. I am super happy with what I got here. You can see, I guess maybe you can't see, this where the driveway was is still a little high. We're gonna shave this down a little more, pitch that up into there, because we're gonna get all that to shape, and I think it's gonna be really good when we're done. Because there's plenty of fall here, like, I mean, there's plenty of slope on this property. But so from here, if we get it this over in here a little lower and bring all that over there, so that all this comes this way and away from the house, I think it's gonna be really nice. I'm also gonna end up making, like, from where I'm standing out here, this will be driveway. It'll all be gravel, because you gotta think about, like, trucks and trailers coming in the driveway, turning around and going back out, or like when the shed's done, like a truck and trailer pulling in and then backing into the shed. So you're gonna need a bunch of room here that you don't want grass. So I'm super happy with this. It's a mucky mess right now, but it's gonna be really great. All right, the first load of the dump truck's coming up here to drop some class 5 gravel for me. So I'm gonna have him maybe drop the first load here and then stack them that way towards the driveway, and then I'll just move them. Because all this is an old blacktop driveway right here. It saddens me, but I already had to peel a bunch of it up. I'm gonna peel some more up. So I'll probably peel it up from here over to there, and then we'll bury that over here in front of the shed, and then we'll shave the tops off of here, and then we'll start to regrade it. Welcome back. I am down here in the basement again at the farmhouse working on super exciting plumbing so that a future tenant can wash their clothes and anything else they would like to wash with confidence that they will become clean. So what I did was I ran water lines down to the hookups here. So we have hookups for washer and dryer. I need to run the power yet. I have the ducting roughly ran for the dryer. And then I need to run power for the dryer outlet as well. I also need to run all the water lines for the wash tub, and then we can install the wash tub. And then we can get pretty close to having like the laundry mechanicals done. And then we'll get the water and drains and everything for the upstairs utilities tied into all the new PEX systems. What I'm doing right now is I'm underneath the basement bathroom-ish, if we're gonna keep calling it a bathroom. And I'm running all the water lines, trying to tie all that into everything I did over there. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm working on the drains. So the drains used to hang down like here, right in my face. Like they were incredibly low, like right in my face. So this is the vanity above. It's coming down. And we'll go around here. And so what I'm doing now is, here's the tub, and then here is the piping coming out from underneath the tub, goes into a P-trap, up and around over to here. And then here is the vanity coming this way. First off, if you see this massive notch in the floor joist, I did not do that. I would like to take credit for it because it's a pretty massive cutout, which basically makes that floor joist pretty much worthless, but I did not do that. And I think it's okay if it's been like that for who knows how long. So we're gonna leave it that way, and because we need the plumbing to go there anyway. So what we're doing now is I need to, because I'm gonna snake all this up and inside versus it was here before, I pulled that out over there. That's where we're headed. I will probably bring that down a little more. That's all just sitting together, none of that's glued. That's just for visual reference. But then I'm gonna take this guy, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it somewhere in here, and then we'll have this one come down and snake into that, and this one will come down and snake into that. So then the only thing below the ceiling joist will be like an elbow right here, and then the pipe will drift across over there, and it'll slope down just the right amount of slope it needs to run out. And this all being said, that I am not a professional plumber. I'm not a professional electrician. I am not a licensed anything. Well, actually, I have a driver's license, but I'm not licensed at any of this. I've done it a lot, and I know how water flows, and I know the majority of how electricity needs to be ran, and codes and all that stuff. But I'm not licensed at any of this, and I'm not a professional in any of it. So don't do as I do unless you're a professional and you see it and you're like, good job, Tom, you did it right. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So this guy is just sitting up here with that board across. So I'm gonna hang a hanger, and then I'm gonna slope this pipe, and then we'll start building some elbows here. So some people wanted to see how all of this PEX stuff works. So I'm gonna try and show you. It's actually pretty simple, believe it or not. So you take these pipes, those pipes, you put on a copper ring like that. Copper ring on there. Then you can buy all sorts of little elbows or fittings or T's, plugs, anything you want. Then you push it together like so, and then you slide this ring to approximately there, and then I use the crimp style, so I don't know if I'm showing this or not. So I use the crimp style. There are 3 different types of PEX hold on, I don't want to crimp this on here. I was going to crimp it to it. I was just showing it as an example. I use the crimp style because it is actually the cheapest style to get into. And so I use what I use because it is the cheapest way to get into PEX fittings. Some people can think that these are inferior, that they're not going to work and all that, that they'll leak. I have never had a problem with them. And I did our personal residence in PEX about 7 years ago, and I have never had any of them leak ever. I've never had a problem with any of it. And so I'm just gonna go with that and say that they're probably fine. That's why I use the crimp style, because it's cheaper. And now I've used the crimp style for so long that it just makes sense to keep using them. Unless like the pricing on the other style comes down, but like I said, I've never had a problem with what I'm doing. That's how you do it. It's super simple. You don't have to do these little brackets that I do. I just like it to look nice and neat and have everything line up. I am probably gonna stick a valve down here. Just, I like to have the tub be able to be shut off from down below in case anything up above it ever leaks. Like bathroom vanity is easier. I don't do any valves in the basements. I only do the valves at the fixtures underneath the counter because that kind of shuts it off there. This has kind of a little bit more going on, so if something started leaking behind the tub surround, you could come down into the basement and you could shut the water off from here, and then you could go up above and you could do your repairs. But that's why I do that for tubs and showers. So I'm up here in the bathroom. This is the brand new vanity here. These are the last two water lines right here that need to be connected to valves so that I think we actually could probably turn the water on in the house after that. So we are going to crimp these valves in. So I made a mistake and I only got straights. I should have got 290s for right here. So what I'm going to do to fix that, because you want your lines pointing upward so that your lines don't get out into this space when you connect it up to the faucet. So we are going to crimp all of these guys like this, and then we're gonna just do 290s and point them upward like I should have done. So okay, now they're all done. Okay, so those are done there, and then we are going to, here's the drain coming down from the sink, here's the drain going down into the basement. Here's my P-trap. We're gonna cut this guy down lower, I believe. Yeah, because I'm gonna install this guy in there. Oh, actually, maybe we don't need to cut it down lower. This guy will go in here, that'll get glued there. So we just gotta glue a little trunk right here. And then I believe we're done here. This guy will go in there. Whoops. I'm gonna go get the glue and the primer. I'm going to set that down on here too so I don't drip into the base cabinet. Then we will be ready for some water flow. Now I'm going to just use a bag here to protect the aesthetics of this brand new cabinet. Let me glue this one first actually. Line there, line here. Alright, that will secure my orientation. That guy's on there for good. Alright, ready. Go up here. I'm gonna ram it together in there like that. Just like that. And then we should be good, because then this guy come down in here and that will tighten that seal and we are golden. And then this tightens here. Alright, good to go. Put the caps back on here and I think we're ready to turn the water on And then I'm gonna fill all these P-traps with water so that we don't have any gases from the septic system coming back into the house. And we can do more fun stuff from here on out. All right, we are ready to test some water. Super exciting. Dawn even came over. She didn't come over for that. She came over for a radon test kit, which we'll get into in a minute. But it just coincidentally worked out that we're getting ready to turn the water on, and she's here to witness hopefully no leakage. Oh, also, what do you think of this here? Do you see the height? Dawn, you're looking the wrong direction.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at how good all that looks.
Look at the height. You don't know what you're even looking at.
Oh, the plumbing. Yeah, no, that's way better.
I was like,
I mean,
find it, Dawn, find it.
You can't do pull-ups in the bathroom anymore now, but...
No, you can't, but even I could walk around here and not hit my head now.
Yeah. No, I was looking at how good, I haven't been down here since you did all of this, how good all that looks, so... Yeah,
I mean, it's a little bit of a mess in here right now, but it's actually
but it's
like...
not.
All the...
I know everyone likes it when I say grody. It's not grody anymore. It might have been past grody.
Still a little bit, but...
Yeah.
All right, so I think we are ready. I just want to check all the last little connections. We should be ready. Oh, no. That's okay. This floor is terrible. Oh, man. It's all right. We'll get somebody to clean that up. That's me. I get to clean it up. All right, so I think we're good with all this. So these valves are off for here and here, which is the tub upstairs, because I don't have the fixtures up there connected yet. But we should be able to power water and test all of these lines. That's all done. Behind here is done. For the wash tub.
Do you want me to hold it while you...
Yeah, if you want to. I'm pretty sure I left the water on down here, and I just got to open this valve, I think. All right, I shut the furnace off, so everyone be very quiet, and let's see if we hear water. Okay, so it filled all the lines. I don't hear any dripping.
Not yet.
All right, I'll go around and I'll check all the fittings, but it should be good. The true test is, can we flush the toilet now? No one has used this bathroom in quite a while. Yeah, what do you think of all this? Isn't this nice?
It is. Have you ever turned on water and had it be like spraying water everywhere or leaking?
No. Good. No, I have not. And it's not because I'm super good. It's because PEX is that easy. All right, no, I think we're good. I'm gonna go flush the toilet upstairs. Will you make sure it doesn't like run water down here? I mean, I'm fairly confident we just solved all the leaking and water issues in the whole house.
That's awesome.
Like forever.
Good job.
And ever and ever.
Yeah, if only.
All right, don't step in that.
No. Oh, this one, Tom, stop. You just stepped in. You split the other one too.
Oh, man.
And you stepped in it.
Oh, man. See, I don't make mistakes, and then Dawn comes and I get all nervous.
Yeah.
And I just am a klutz. All right, well, you don't step in this because this is cement here.
Yeah, okay.
So you don't step in it.
It smells really good too.
Oh, I don't think it smells that bad, but.
Ugh.
All right. Well, we'll leave that there.
All right, go flush the toilet. We're excited to see what happens.
Okay. Hopefully nothing happens.
Right.
I mean, except a flush toilet.
Right. Okay, so the toilet upstairs is right there, so we'll see.
Alright, the toilet's gotta fill first.
Okay.
Alright, ready?
Ready. There's something leaking a little bit. There's something leaking a little bit.
Where?
I don't know. I think it's the base of the toilet.
Oh, well, that's easy.
It was like coming from like up there.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's either the base of the toilet or it's this pipe.
Oh, okay.
So I debated on replacing this pipe, but...
Yeah, it looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah. Okay, well... I mean, obviously, it's not... It's leaked at a period of life. You know, that's pretty obvious.
Right.
Okay, well, it looks like Tom's got another thing he's got to fix.
Alright.
Alright, that's okay, though.
Oh,
because nothing else in this house is going to leak.
Awesome. Good job.
Right. What were you here for?
Asbestos?
All right. All right, asbestos. Don't step in that.
All right, I'm going to read the instructions real quick.
All right, don't step in that.
I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just an asbestos test kit that we got off of Amazon. And so we're reading the instructions. It says to take a 1x1 sample. Nice stuff. A 1x1 sample, and then there's just little plastic bags. You just put it in and send it back. It's actually very simple.
And I understand Tom's been working down in this basement for like a month already.
Right.
And I also understand this piece of tile came loose on its own.
So there's two main types down here. So we're going to do 2 samples.
Where's the bag at?
Oh, I have it right here, sorry.
Oh, I was like, I don't see him. Why
That's really helpful.
Oh, there's 2 bags too. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do these brownish maroon ones. Well, they look, you can't tell what color they are right now.
And then we want a piece of a different color?
Yeah, I think these green ones over
Which
here.
I'm fairly confident it was all manufactured at the same time.
Right. But as long as we're doing it. I'm sorry.
Good enough?
Yep, now we send it back and it says you'll get results in 2 to 3 business days. So that's pretty fast.
So they say.
What do I say? We'll see.
Well, the heating and cooling company just left. The furnace is back up and running, which is a great news. It's still kind of cold in Minnesota, so the house is still 50 degrees. It ended up being a bad motherboard. That usually sounds super expensive. The motherboard on this was super cheap. It was only $200, including install, so that was super reasonable.